Yo guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another project. Today we are going to be working on the Handy Andy box that I picked up. It is completely loaded with rusty tools. I am so intrigued to find out what kind of goodies are in this. I say we jump right into it. Let's go. Alrighty guys, well, you know we're going to jump into this old rusted up Handy Andy box. This thing is in horrible shape. We probably won't be able to salvage it. I'm hoping we can. I got this off of a vendor that I usually frequent, and she was going to throw this out. I told her, you know, I'll offer you a couple of bucks for it. So I did. I offered her $5, and I saw that in there. It's definitely worth $5 if we can get the rust off there and clean it up, you know. So let's just start pulling some wrenches out. You can't read any of this, guys. I mean, this is way far gone, way far gone. But I'm hoping with a good wire wheeling and Jesus God, why did I do this? I'm hoping with a good wire wheeling and a week-long soak in some deoxy that this stuff will at least be legible. Look at that. Look at that rust just pouring out of there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 wrenches for $5 and a derelict Handy Andy box. I think what we're going to do is take this stuff to the wire wheel. We'll get us some deoxy mixed up and we'll get this stuff soaking. So let's jump right into it. Let's go.
Alrighty guys, let's jump right into this. Woo!
Well, that cleaned up a heck of a lot better than I thought it was going to. That is awesome. That is awesome. There's still a lot of rust in there, but we're definitely gonna have to soak this in the deoxy. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. That's pretty cool. At least I know this one came out. So that right there is my $5. The rest of them, it doesn't really matter now. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna jump on the rest of these. We're gonna get all the rust and funk and gunk off there. We'll show you what we got. No way, guys. This keeps getting better and better. Hopefully that's showing up for y'all. Chrome vanadium, right? Flip it over. Shielded Bonnie. Hopefully that's showing up right there. And this one is in fairly good shape as well. This is a Bonnie 1033-C. What is the sizes? Looks like 15/16 and 1 inch. That is awesome. That cleaned up rather well, and I haven't even thrown it on the fine steel wheel yet. We'll do that right now. Well, it looks like we got another brand here. This is a Her brand. Again, cleaned up really nice. Oh, man, I am absolutely blown away. Alrighty. So I got some used deoxy here. I'm just going to pour it in. We're going to submerge all these right in there. Alright, we're going to let these sit in here probably about a week. We'll wind up picking this up next Saturday. So let me get this moved out of the way. Wow, rust and dust all over everything. Well, what do we do with this? Well, I'm still filthy. I think what I want to do is get in here with a wire brush or something and try and knock the bulk of that out of there. Look at that. That is just whew, horrible. All right, that's out of there. Well, I guess what I want to do is tape off the inside real quick. That way we kind of preserve what we've got going on here. Alright, so we got this primered. It's all dry. I want to go over it with a 150. I want to scuff it up. And then I think I'm going to use some body filler on some areas that really, really need it. So let's jump into that. Alrighty, well, we got this sanded down. That's all low spot right there. Ain't that crazy? Nice and smooth now though. Everything has been sanded down. I'm going to give this a good wiping. We're going to go back over it with a primer, and then once that dries, we can get a color coat on there. So let's jump into this. Alright, I'm pulling the wrench out of the DOC. We'll give it a wipe down, see what it looks like. Throw it on the wire wheel, and then we'll throw it on the 1x20 to clean the faces up a little bit. That's all we're doing, just trying to clean them up a little bit to see exactly what we got. So cleaned up pretty well from the DOC, right? Got all that deep-seated rust out of there. That came out a lot better. This is the Herbrand, number 31, 25/30 seconds and 7/8. Not bad. I'll continue on and finish cleaning up the rest of them. Alrighty guys, well, right out of the DOC, right off the wire wheel and right off of the 1x30, these things cleaned up absolutely fantastic. I am very, very happy. The Billings, the little S wrench, this thing cleaned up absolutely fantastic. I am quite happy with that. I don't think I have ever had a Billings wrench to where I couldn't clean it up. It's just some superior metal right there. The Herbrand cleaned up absolutely fantastic as well. This thing is a solid little wrench. So, quite happy with that. Of course, the Bonnie cleaned up. I knew that that one would. That was in a lot better shape when we threw it in the DOC in the first place. So, that one, thank God that one cleaned up really nice. The Kilbourne and Bishop little alligator wrench. This thing cleaned up fantastic too. I am quite happy with this. This is just going to be a wall hanger here in the shop. I have two others. And whenever I see them, I always pick them up just because I don't see them too often. So in 4 years, this is my third one, so I'm quite happy. I got this little auto kit set. It says auto kit number 200, made in the USA. They did clean up rather well, I'm quite happy to say. But I can't read what auto kit they came from. It's just auto kit number 200. So I'll probably hang on to these as well. So this pile right here, I'm definitely going to hang on to for my own personal collection. I do believe I found the culprits that caused all the rust issues. These two right here, they are definitely inferior metal. The handle on that one is as thin as a potato chip. There's not much left on there. We did clean the faces up as good as we could. This one as well. But yeah, I think this here was the culprit that started all the rust problems. Because the rest of them all finished out as good as you see here, but these just would not clean up. So yep, I think those two were the culprit. The rest of these are all stamped made in the USA. A couple of them are some Fairmonts, but the rest of them are just unmarked, but made in the USA. And yeah, they all cleaned up rather well. So I think what I'm going to do is clear these out of here, and we'll continue working on the box. So be right back. Alright guys, well the box is for the most part dried up. I want to get the hasps put back on this. Hopefully we can do it without messing the paint all up. Ow! That hurt my finger. Alright, got that all on there. Got all the little tabs bent over. we are going to pick this tape off here. And you're going to see what the old looked like. I wanted to keep the old graphics. There's the old graphics. Alrighty guys, well we are all done with the rusty box full of tools. We gave it a diver's paint job. We saved a Handy Andy on the inside, added a nice little red liner to it, and we saved all of those wrenches. They all came out absolutely fantastic, nice, shiny, and clean, and I'm quite happy with this one. Hope you guys are too. Like always, stay safe, be safe, and we will see you next week with another. Bye. I am so intrigued to find out what is in there. I say without any further shit.